How does intersectionality help explain systemic racism? Imagine trying to understand a complex puzzle where each piece influences the others. That's what intersectionality does for understanding how racism works in society. It looks at how different parts of a person's identity come together to shape their experiences. For example, a Black woman might face challenges that are different from those faced by Black men or white women. These challenges aren't just added together but are intertwined in ways that create unique barriers. Kimberly Crenshaw, who first used the word intersectionality in 1989, explained that traditional civil rights and feminist movements often missed these overlapping issues. They focused on one part of identity at a time, like race or gender, but ignored how they combine. This meant many people's struggles were overlooked or misunderstood. When we look at systemic racism, which is built into laws, policies, and social institutions, intersectionality helps us see how it hits different groups in different ways. For example, Black women who face domestic violence often encounter obstacles like distrust of law enforcement and lack of culturally sensitive support. These issues are tied to both race and gender, making their experiences more complex. Throughout history, Black Americans have faced many barriers like voter suppression, housing segregation, and limited job opportunities. But these barriers don't affect everyone equally. Black women and LGBTQ+ Black individuals often experience extra layers of discrimination within these systems. This can make it harder for them to vote, find good jobs, or get proper health care. Using intersectionality, activists and scholars show us that fighting racism isn't enough if we only focus on one issue. We need to address multiple forms of oppression at the same time. This approach helps us understand that solutions must consider all parts of a person's identity. It reminds us that Black communities are not all the same and that their experiences of discrimination can be very different depending on their gender, class, or sexuality. In the end, intersectionality helps explain why some people face more severe or complicated forms of discrimination. It shows us that racism is woven into many other systems of inequality, making the fight for justice more layered but also more complete. Recognizing these overlapping identities is key to creating real change that lifts everyone equally.